People are exposed to a certain smell, sound, sight, or song, they can be persuaded into buying products, sometimes without even being consciously aware of it. But what if you combine all these stimuli? Will the effect be stronger? Let's find out. We're going to start with the first prime by putting the cake inside of the customers. Next, we're going to see what happens when you add and combine more primes and psychological influence principles. So, what happened here? We tried to trigger the desire for lemon cake by activating several sense areas in the brain, like the sense of sight. There is a saying that reads, eye level is bi level, which exists for obvious reasons. As the eyes are the most prominent of all senses, we triggered awareness of the lemon cake by putting the cake in sight of the customers. We triggered the sense of smell, since smell is the most powerful sense linked to emotion. The quickest way to change emotions is therefore with scent. If something smells good, the product is perceived as good. By getting a freshly baked cake out of the oven, customers will perceive the sense of lemon cake, which will be influencing their appetite. We triggered the sense of sound by playing a song about eating cake, which subconsciously primes the customer to buy the lemon cake.
Have your cake and eat it. Have your cake and eat it.
Now for the sense of taste. By sampling the lemon cake directly in the store, customers have the opportunity to taste the cake. Tasting the sweetness in the cake can release endorphins in their brains, which can generate an increased desire to eat more and attract the customer to buy a whole slice after the sample. The principle of authority makes humans obedient to commands given by an authority figure. Mr. Lebkov is the face of Lebkov's & Sons branding and therefore an authority figure in the store. By making him say, "Grab your cake and eat it," people might feel inclined to comply with Mr. Lebkov's demand and order the cake. According to the principle of social norms, seeing other people behave in a certain way, like eating cake, people might get the tendency to follow along. By placing the cake-eating participants around the customers, it will influence the customers to buy cake as well. So, now we know that each of these triggers works on their own in increasing the buy rates of the products. Subsequently, we've stacked them together quickly one after another, a so-called stacking method. The big question that remains is, does stacking all of these triggers have any effect on the buy rate of the product? Looking at the sales figures, we can see that the stacking method influences lemon cake buying behavior in such a way that people feel less inclined to buy lemon cake in comparison to when individual triggers are used. However, Other types of cake are sold more using the stacking principle than when one trigger is used individually. As the results show, the sale of lemon cake decreased. Possibly, people became aware of the persuasion tactics. When this happens, the effect of the influencing techniques disappear. So the takeaway lesson is, don't overdo it.